items which you cannot destroy. There was sudden network stop, so I kind of needed to restart. And okay, let's see. It's okay in this area somewhere. What makes this fight a little bit more challenging is those two I think that one still in this area. There should be one adversary. Aha, I didn't even realize there is something. I think this is too far away. I think here is possibility. Let's see what is the highest location. Aha, this is highest location. Is this? We cannot get higher than this. And I cannot go there. There is invisible wall. I think this I have found earlier. Oh, now I can even see behind. I have opened this earlier. Okay, this must be main. Problem if are those two indestructible. Ah, they are following. There should be one Aris, one belonging to the Aris somewhere here. Maybe I check out two locations. Maintenance Atlas, Black Rock Processing. And this is Black Rock Quarry. Okay, now we found final act. It was not that. Oho. Let's check out the locations. Okay, this was much easier to find than these two. So we got one of them. I still maybe a little bit check anything left behind. Okay, then next. There is one box. Second one. Aha, there was things. Let's see. No unique procedures required. Item is of fiberglass, painted to resemble swan. Foot pedals allow the item to propel forward. The item emits a pulse of physical force at an estimated force of possible connection of power, object of power. Measuring the exact force created by the item has been hardened by concerns from the Human Resources Department. The item was seized from Activity Rental Service Code, located on Lake Vancouver Island, Canada, after it ejected numerous riders over the course of summer, bringing the boat to the attention of the media. The item was transported to the Bureau by helicopter. A containment specialist accompanied it, sent to recite formulas through 32 recursively. What occurred in the helicopter is not known, but all agents were lost in the crash. The item was recovered and then transported by train. It arrived at the Bureau without further incident. Okay, so one more info. Then there was something else. I checked this. In the future expansion. So this was kind of the end of main control. And here should be third one. Over there. Okay, that was the third one. And now back to the first location. It seems that sometimes it's a bit luck if you find it right away. So I think black quarry. I go directly. The last one. Of course, what is a little bit make it a little bit harder is there are those two. It's over there. Probably. Seal didn't last. I got rid of Volatile. I still need to find the main. seems that the hardest part in this mission is to locate the last target. Maybe I try to come again. Ah, is it here? Okay, I found target. Problem is that there are those I managed to destroy. So this time it was here inside. The last target was here. Okay. I don't remember this location. Aha, there was something totally different. Quarry worker incident. Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled out from behind. Some black rock looked like. I got up to medical right away. He was half-starved. He's been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for someone to come help, he kept telling me about some carvings. Something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics came, they brought security. They grabbed David and hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you are the next chief to go through. I leave this for you. He was your husband. You have right to know the way security was acting. Well, I don't know if we are gonna see David again. Linda Byrne. I'm not sure if there might be David in the expansion. Low health post. got the time to teleport to indestructible spikes approaching. And just short break. Okay, back. Time to talk with Arish.
Any luck finding the armory?
None. Looks like it got shifted. We have rangers checking each sector.
Fuck, whose side is the house on? Alright, we'll keep teams looking. And post a watch on the old location just in case it shifts back. We need that fucking ammo.
Here are the pouches. I found 6.
Well, that's all of them. Not counting mine. Well, I guess I'll just have to wear all of them. It sounds sappy, I know, but... well, that's all I can think to do.
Nothing's easy with the hiss. Is it rude to ask what's inside? What's inside the pouches? Too late now.
No, the story's confidential, but, well, I guess I could tell you, being the director and all. So, the Bureau had heard rumors of, werewolf gathering upstate every full moon. Us being rookies, they sent us to confirm it was bullshit.
Hold on, is he about to tell me werewolves are real?
Turns out, there was an altered item that was creating violent gravitational anomalies during full moons. Oh, man, we nearly did it that night. Well, to remember the occasion, we all bought silver bullets to wear around our necks, just in case we ever ran into another werewolf.
So why did you leave the Rangers?
Thought I could do more good here. And somebody's got to protect the people who protect everybody else, right?
Aha. Trophy FPC Crisis Solution Task Force. And now there was a dark place was take the sector elevator. Okay, now this dark place was activated.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this.
I think this was kind of something new here in this one.
What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... well, I'm honored to serve. I mean, fuck, shit. Phaeton. Sorry.
He'll get it one day. So, what's the situation in my Bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting his.
Found out there was even a slide project.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Okay, project is secured.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew, Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself. If that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up.
Okay, we got these.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
I check how many points. Okay, now we have 5. 5 is enough for this new ability, Shield Rush. Okay, we have 1 point, but we got new ability. And we are able to upgrade. I check what missions are there on still. I check these. Seal Push 52. 52. 55. Seed efficiency. Okay, here we have -16. Okay, even better. Yeah, now I think we have war room. Okay, war room. What missions? Foundation, dark place. What to record? I maybe check this one. Langston asked, is it to cleanse and achieve numerous altered items? And we actually have only one left, container sealed. I try to check if we can go here. I check this. There should be. Sometimes I think the exit might be kind of random. I think sometimes here might be connection, but it requires ocean view motor. But it feels like that it's always random. Maybe I advance to next expansion. Just short break. And back. And let's track new one. A dark place. Take the sector elevator. So time to go.
Everything's good here, Director.
Time to go DLC 2. And this is new investigation sector.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Okay, let's check this one. Jesse receives strange vision that mentions the investigation sector. She decides to look in the map. Correspondence. Missing agents. Here are latest agents confirmed missing. Person dead from containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murrow, Agent Derek Shah. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon and as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer check how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They are lost, I'm afraid. And a lot of info. Research records. Darling interrogation. Per authorization from Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous recording in humane treatment of currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of sector personnel seemed to wholly unaware of any such content here. 1. Confirmed code name to be, but all the files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance levels. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity over whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into research. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per in the agent's information exchange agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted, but I'm writing to let you know that we received this question from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character. Wakefloat is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fictions coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give a word, I'll start surveillance on this guy, Gleason. So now this will be very a lot of related to Alan Wake. Quadron Lake and again Alan Wake. To the chief investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the wood raccoons keep going after monitoring station? It doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got Bureau they're going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House research station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Lake if they don't let me see any data? I don't even know what they are researching out there. We need to petition them again to share the info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before these hits again, and I won't be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why Bradford's report is a little thin on this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest some raccoon traps. Underhill background. Oh, Alan Wake. This is actually the researcher who is researching mode Underhill from previous mission. Underhill background. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with Bureau as a botanist, parabotanist Jason in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demons and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organization or any records of breaching her near days since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with exceptions of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during her daytime as co-workers in the research sector, and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an intern position with the aim of finding solution to the mold threshold issue. So this is again about Underhill and mold. There was this special mold mission. Or actually a couple of them. Okay, this is something what will be later. It's not explained now, but it will reveal later. Trans official warning. I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigation. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't you think your petty internal investigation have gone past my notice? You are warm. Everything I have done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The prime candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirklund. You don't want to be. So in this, it seems that trend start to think, or I think when reading this old letter, it seems that Renz has already converted to his, or And then, what about here? Direct investigation. The authorization from Mr. Kirkland was lodged in the of Director Chucker Trends. A recent change in witness in Director Trends, including aggressive when with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable dispute, I think, between Director Trends and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview of the matter, witness accounts suggest the arguments centered around the dimensional research wing and the lighting project kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trends as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trent's behavior is not indicative of any, and that his witness to lead is not in the quest. So they don't raise any issues, but it still feels that Trent has already converted. Lot of documents here. Staffing issue. So yes, there is an increase in altered world events cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn stuff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more altered world events cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we barely managing to keep us with the workload. Just filling the paperwork for all the ordered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigation to more suitable location a month ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting frustrated, and as Kirkland interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Then okay, this is a destination where we need to go. We got more documents. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigation for the Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of rampant disregard for my departments. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions and to speak louder than my word ever could. I blame this situation on our, who has routinely ignored, maybe trends, my request for assistance in claiming parts of the investigation sector lost to the Bruce inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open a firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. Has failed his agents. Maybe the Bureau. The Bureau has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him. Oh. So, okay, this was Kirkland, and I think it was appointed to Trench. Probably. Tractor. Aha. I remember that in Alan Wake there was one tractor. Supplementary materials. His communication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Pro, male Caucasian, 33-year-old man found dead on his property, per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, stomach contents and bone fragments. Blunt force injuries: head, laceration, left ear, cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation for right knee. Complete evolution of right upper extremity with assertive fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete evolution of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys and portions of the large and small intestine. It is my opinion that Mirror's death is not the result of mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. Removal or is consistent with animal attack. Aha, this we need to remove. Keystone expansion. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the large ordered for events. Like you asked, I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on the crewman Morales. Desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it's possible they have switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think crewman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. It reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I remember the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. It was ordered for the event. It seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings of various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off. Maybe get the comms guys working on the cover story. 2 circles and dot. Okay, there is the power. Okay, so you need to find power and attach it here. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into legality of prime candidates program by Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic and fair brought into oldest house and placed under examination and testing with the aim of appointed one as a director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and all resulted in the traumatic or paranormally inclined. Not only is this breach of the Act, but it files the face of basic human. The investigation team unequivocally the prime candidate program and recommends that it be, I guess, shut down. Okay, this is again from Kirkland. Tractor. Again tract. This is second paper belonging to the same subject. Item is not bureau custody, none known. Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to Bureau's attention after death of William Bureau, owner of Bureau Farms outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found mutilated body of Mr. Bureau beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agent approached the item. It responded by crawling like a bear. 3 agents were injured while they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Area searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mr. Bureau, owner felt that she has a domestic altercation with Bureau's earlier night of incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. And I think in Alan Wake I actually met one of had encounter with this tractor. So there was some kind of boss fight. And okay, we need power source. I'll check where is this. Okay, power source is going there. So I think it's time to borrow this one.
Now that gate should open.
Specimen escape assessment. The purpose of internal investigation is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of agents. An inspection report of containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigation suspected human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from the internal network on the off. Specimen began displaying sharp increase in aggressive, probably behavior, cross-referencing that data with various logs found, only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The filters were changed. An hour prior to the incident, a civil named Alice, I think must be Wake, Alice Wake, Alan Wake's 5, entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given the connection to the same altered word event case, it's likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen escape and to the. So this was the Alice Wake also was interviewed also.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Blessed organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Picture was connected to an altered item case, as well as death of an agent from exposure to illegal paranatural materials. In 1994, Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Bless Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals has ever been located. However, the connection to appearance of altered items and object of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Okay, so there seems to be some kind of secret organization. Aha, now. Okay, there seems to be again ocean view model. Time to transport.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you?
know you? I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
No, that's Springs. Darling. Kippis. Very Finnish. It's almost like kampai.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen it.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
So there seemed to something between Wake and Tom.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Right, so can I...
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Okay, it was... Exact name was Thomas Zane. Okay, we need key as user. Okay, let's start typical procedure. Second door was already open. No. We are closing, turning off everything. Again, turning off. Now this was open. And we finally got key.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman, broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
I check was there anything left from this one. Collections. Okay, let's check this. Sometimes these are more detailed.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound, a resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay, let's see that door. Okay, it's Black Pyramid. I can okay, there is again that indestructible. Okay, this is better. Okay, time to practice levitation. And okay, this door is not working. Now this requires a little bit challenge. You kind of need to find right moment. Ah, there is a yellow. Of course, there is always a possibility to explore. But maybe I go this time forward.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here? That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
Okay. Time.
Of course, the Hiss are already in here.
Food gossip. I feared gossip at night and now I have to wear a suit to bed. Sincerely me. Very short. Aha, astral constructs. Just a short break. back. Okay, this we need to explore more carefully. Hartman arrest. Hartman Emil, victim names Fake Alan Anderson, Tori Anderson, Odin, Lane Rudolph, Dissolve, Wendy Emerson, Dennis, Special Agent Remy, Code 4, Kidnapping of altered individuals, Code 8, Sanction against altered organization, Code 37, Obstruction of Bureau Investigation, Code 74, Breaching of S Act. Offender property search as evidence to be used in conjunction with ongoing altered word investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except Anderson brothers and Wake.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
We need to check one thing behind this table or pics. We got also ability point. Maybe the service tunnel is probably the way to go. Let's check this location.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Okay, now starts really a la lake part kind of action.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense. There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Actually, I can do it now. Let's check one thing.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
there is Harpan. But the voice didn't. Artist next requires 3 points.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Check what was.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Nothing ordinary. Out of Faden. Shadow. Examination of paranatural entity shadow. Paranatural entity is an aggressive consisting of three known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well exerting over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals' human bodies by the shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain of their previous selves. Research is ongoing to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects similar to Type B except that inanimate objects are solely to be used as destructive tools. Each time seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link of intelligence. The threat this entity imposes warrants immediate exploration of offensive defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare the eventually of an
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry, against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Waite, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Eagle Limited Summer. Aha, Natera. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of paracriminal group known as. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the altered event was spontaneous or direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site with minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency process underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. And this we already listed. NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA FPC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the Black Rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during the space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship doesn't adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the cost accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's research loads often far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of Black Rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the will provide the Bureau with unparalleled resources for remote monitoring and photographing altered world events, sites, and research that would be lost if the partnership ends. It's the opinion of this committee that maintaining cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NESA is of vital importance. Hier att special. I have succeeded.
More plants.
Only one.
Right. Let's go make some new friends.
It seems that I gave a light to the plants in previously and it helped. Now I have already 2 parts done from this mission and only 1 left. What about this? Okay, one part already done.
It's no good for you. Headache, nausea, moodland, depression. How can you tell when you are feeling?
It seems that one task from 3 was already completed.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody city, said the old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Research records black market. Okay, we got more side quests. Black market hub specialized in the trade of occult talismans, relics and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well genuine, altered and supernatural materials, was raided in Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items, resulting in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other supernatural materials from sources unknown to Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. There is growing underground market for supernatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among niche groups of general public. These criminal individuals don't seem to be aware of the item's supernatural power, and the attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in popular areas. The motivation of these collectors are largely unknown.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, I marked this one.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors, motion detectors in the lobby area, tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best, but mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I could hear the call bell going ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's mark this.
Alright, that was fake, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. The recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
It still continued. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was hired to do, my job. Want to know what I call that? Asking us to interrogate this without using words like altered items or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some stupid things. They already know the facts. They know just as much as all, if not more, and they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to declassify the terminology. They already know the terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of blew up those tracks. He'll kill those people, all to make train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on a suspension, see if that slows me down. This is for Agent Hewitt, and it's pointed to Kirkland, head of investigation. Okay, that is probably next. And I think some kind of light source could be very useful here. Just check once more, was there any light? Okay. now this was first encounter with his rangers. Airborne. The subgroup of his corrupted rangers has manifested the ability to levitate, similarly to his elevated agents. However, these airborne, his rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so similar to the elevated, possibly indicates that his can share permutation through type of network, or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that the development in his rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that environmental factor is responsible. They could be responding to an altered item or other paranatural element found only in that sector. Or perhaps this is natural progression of his ranger phenotype. Not enough time passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development for each of his manifestation, assuming any such trajectory exists. Okay, now we have light in this room. I check out this airplane connections. Jefferson, Springfield, Little Rock. Ah, there was something, limitation ammo efficiency. This we have already listened. Okay, I think now starts the first hard one.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Actually, this is kind of a prelude. I check what was this vending machine. Vending machine. Unknown testing in the investigation sector is currently going on. Vending machine, its front covered a Fox food panel, coin-operated buttons for selected food products. The item generates and stores a variety of materials, both edible and otherwise, in its rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Alberta after a resident named Muriel called a local news station about magic vending machine. The news stories reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects. As a way to raise the residents' spirits, the Bureau's response team encouraged the story while confiscating the item.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night, like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could move out of my parents' basement. I may even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Interrogation. So you seem to need power. Check that. Nothing, no information about that last one. I check if this is working. It's working.
Shit. Now what? What is that? Come on, elevator, time to go! Nothing even touches it. If you don't like the light. What is that?
This seems to be the first fight with Hartman. Ah, okay, here were the powers. Check where is there any other? Ah, over there. Woman background. Maybe I check these first. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Washington focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping his own benefit, which has earned him Class II paracriminal designation. For more on the link between artists and their ability to reality through artistic mediums. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the investigation, he displayed no remorse or intent to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released months later, have been deemed an allegedly treatment threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Okay, let's see. Okay, we managed to do this one. First encounter with the Hartman.
How do you like that?
And this was not needed. There are still dark places here. Here is something very special.
Arcade machines. SHÜM. SHÜM? Whatever.
This is very special. I'm not good enough, but let's take one try. Let's try crowd control. Must be sharpshooter somewhere. Okay, this is tough fun. But okay, this was best so far. Almost half. And I think these are kind of long games. Okay, this I've already. Night Screen, Night Springs. The screenplay was found after Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its bad episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Spring spec script over the threshold darkly. It's only human nature to wish control the forces around us, and even more so possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? We are in a secret lab. The large sign of fall reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But beyond the portal, we have no control over it. think this is cool stopping point. So we have our first fight with Hartman, and we started to explore this new DLC or expansion of Altered World events. I want to thank you everyone for stopping by, and thank you for watching.